everyone, welcome back to another video. So today we're going to do a video where we just color. I have this beautiful image that Mariola Budek sent me. This is available in her Etsy store. It is one of her newer portraits. It's absolutely beautiful. Look at how gorgeous this is. And I saw so many people in my Facebook group and just online in other coloring groups sharing this portrait colored, and I was just wow. And I've never colored anything by Mariola Budek yet, but I reached out to her on Etsy and asked her if she wanted to send me something so that I could show it on a YouTube video. And so she was kind enough to send me this and her Little Mermaids book, which is absolutely adorable. When you receive something or purchase something from her Etsy store, you will get it in 3 different variations. At least this one came in, I believe, 3 different variations. So it came in one that was very, very light, and then it came in this one that was more of a medium grayscale, and then there is another one, I believe, that is an even darker grayscale. But for those of you that watched my previous video where I did my shop with me and I took y'all with me to Hobby Lobby and Michael's and Target, you saw that I purchased this Strathmore 400 series colored pencil paper that I've been wanting to try for some time now. And I really wanted to see how their colored pencil paper compared to me using something like the Nina paper or the Spring Hill paper, just so I have another option. I had a lot of comments on that video that y'all were interested to hear my thoughts on this paper. So I have taken this beautiful portrait that Mariola sent me and I printed it out on this Strathmore 400 series colored pencil paper. So this paper here, it comes like this, spiral bound, and if you open it up you could see that it is perforated. And I don't know, I had a little bit of trouble trying to pull it out and make it perfect, but that's okay, it is what it is. These are 9 by 12. I always buy the 9 by 12 sheets, and then I take my dull trimmer and I cut it down to the size that I want it. So in this case, 8.5 by 11, and then I print it out. And I don't know, some of you might have printers or a program, a scanner program, where you can actually shrink the images if you're printing stuff from Etsy shops. I have not tried that yet, but I'm sure that it's possible if you wanted to make smaller images and just cut them down and then print them out on something maybe like a 5 by 7 or something. And then when you're done, you could actually take this and hang it in your art studio or your coloring space. This paper is still on sale at Michael's and the sale ends today. And I'm going to be going out this afternoon. So if I film this video and I really enjoy this paper, I wanted to be able to have the opportunity to run back to Michael's and take advantage of their buy one get one free sale and pick up more of this paper. But this was the perfect opportunity for me to be able to color because I don't really have a lot of time to color and I really need to start doing it in more videos. If y'all want to see me color a lot more in videos, you need to let me know in the comments below, because I think I've kind of come away from that and started doing other things because so many people want to see supplies and such. And I had so much fun filming my shop with me video that I don't know, I just had so much fun with that. And I will have more videos like that coming because that was just a blast to do. It made me want to just start a vlog channel. I just had so much fun doing that. But I thought this was the perfect opportunity for me to be able to sit here and just color. And some of the video may be set to music, and I'm going to show you how I choose a color combination. I think in this video, we're going to start with her hair, but I want to show you how I do grayscale. I did the medium image just because I really wanted to get the most out of my colored pencils. So we'll see where we go with this. If you enjoy this video, please do give it a thumbs up, and please do make sure you subscribe to my channel and turn your bell notifications on so you always know when I post new content. If you check the description box below, I will have a link down there for Mariola Budek's Etsy store as well as my Etsy store. I now have an Etsy store with lots of digital content on there, and I will also have a link down there for my email list as well as my Patreon if you would like to support me there. Let's go ahead and start coloring. So I decided I wanted her to have red hair. I really love red hair and I love coloring red hair, but I always do a different color combination when I'm coloring a reddish, orangish or orangish. That is very hard to say. But when I'm coloring that type of hair color, I always go with different colors. So I chose my colors, and I'm going to be using Prismacolors, and I'm going to go over the colors that I'm using for her hair. I did test these off to the side on a scrap piece of paper. I always suggest that you do that first when you're trying to put colors together, but they look really good together. At least I think they do. A few of the colors I'm a little bit unsure of, but I'm ready to just try this out and see what happens and see what we come up with. I love coloring red hair or any shade of red when I'm doing a portrait because I really think that it just really pops, and I feel like I have the right amount of highlight colors in here to really give it that pop that I'm looking for, as well as the darker tones that I need. So I'm using pumpkin orange, goldenrod, terracotta, burnt ochre, sunburst yellow, and sand. And I don't know how much of the sunburst yellow I'm going to use, but I feel like this color is really going to give this color combination the pop that I'm looking for. And when you are coloring grayscale images, I really feel like they are great for beginners because you've got the lighter areas where you would know to apply the highlights, and then you've got the medium grayscale where you would apply your medium colors, and then you've got your much darker grayscale like you could probably see up here in these areas where it is coming closer to her face. And so naturally where the hair is over here and has other hairs laying over the top of it, it is going to be darker. And so if you just follow the grayscale and the way that the artist laid it out for you, it makes it so much easier to color anything. Even the skin, if you look at this image, you could see that she is a little bit darker, but more of a medium grayscale in here, and then under her eyes, and over here right on top of her eyelids, and then over here where her hair is meeting her face. So if y'all enjoy this video, I will go ahead and I will do the skin as well and do another skin tutorial because it has been requested over and over and over again. So I'm going to go ahead and start with her hair, and I'm going to show you how I lay the colors down. And then as I color her hair, I'm probably going to go ahead and set it to music because I really want to be able to just sit here and color and relax during this video because, like I said, I don't get a whole lot of time to color. So I'm going to start by coming over here, and I did pull all of these colors from my replacement set so that I can make sure that as I get into the coloring and I'm more relaxed and not really paying attention to the camera, that my hand doesn't get in the way. Let me go ahead and start up here at the top of her hair line where this hair is going under. And I'm going to, oh my gosh, I already love this paper. So I told you that I was making this video because I wanted to be able to test out the paper, but so far, the way that just laid down, oh my goodness. So over here, I'm going to come in and I'm just going to follow some of these lines where the artist made the grayscale even darker. And I'm going to come in here and I'm just going to do this in all of these very small, intricate areas. And you can see I'm just sort of using this flicking motion with my pencil as I go along. And with the Prismacolors, they are, as we all know, very soft. So when you're using your Prismacolors, make sure, like you can see me doing, how I am just turning the pencil. Make sure that you consistently turn your pencil, and this will help you to keep the lead of the pencil even sharper as you go around and you just do all of your lining like this in your more intricate areas, because you need your pencil to be a little bit on the sharper side so that you can really create that definition that you're trying to create. I have a feeling that I am going to be a new fan of Mariola Budek because this image is just really amazing. Wow. And then over in here where we see the dark scale, very, very dark, You're going to make sure you really emphasize that with your colored pencils. Wow, wow, wow. I love this image. Oh my goodness. I'm really loving this paper. I'm going to have to make my way to see how my pencil is just so soft. Maybe I should have done this video with polychromos. I know a lot of you wanted to see me color with polychromos. You're using Prismacolors like I am. Just make sure that you are consistently turning your pencil. And I don't know how much of the hair I'm going to get done in this video. I may break this up into a couple videos or even a few videos. This image is just so pretty. Do you see now why I'm saying that grayscale is fantastic for beginners? Because it literally tells me where to lay my color. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to start in with another lighter color just so y'all could start to see the colors come together. So I think I'm going to go ahead and start in with my pumpkin orange, and I'm going to use the pumpkin orange in some of these areas where we have the more medium grayscale. I don't know that there is a huge difference really showing between these two colors. Now, when you're doing hair, make sure that you consistently just do this stroking motion because you really want to be able to see the lines in the hair. I think a lot of my past videos where I've showed y'all how to color hair, I have done so in a video where the images are more of a cartoony style. Since this is a portrait, an actual portrait that has been drawn, I have much more opportunity to really be able to show y'all how to color the hair. Now, I don't want to lay too much of this down because I want to start adding some other colors in here just so y'all can see how it's going to start to come together as I start to create the layers with my Prismacolors. And I know a lot of you are wanting to see a fur tutorial. So if you want to see that and you know of an artist that does animals and the fur is extremely realistic, please let me know in the comments below so that I can try to get my hands on something like that and bring you the tutorial that all of you have been asking for. So now I think I'm gonna come in with my sand color, which is PC 940. And I'm going to start adding this in all of the areas where I see the very light grayscale, where it's just pretty much not even grayscale anymore. It looks white. So like in this area here, and I'm just going to blend it in with the other colors. Now I grabbed my goldenrod and I'm going to add a little bit more of this in here. And I'm just doing this in the areas, again, where I see some of the medium grayscale. And you could sort of see the strands coming to life now that I've got a few different colors laid down. And that's why you would use many different colors when you're coloring hair, so that everything in the end comes together and you could see all of those little intricate strands in the artwork. Saw that I started adding in more of the pumpkin orange, because once you have some of the color laid down onto the paper, you want to come back with your darker color, because the combination of that darker color along with your lighter colors is what is going to really bring the colors out and make it look as though it is actual strands of hair. So when you're doing hair, you just basically lay your colors over one another. And so everywhere where I laid those highlight colors, everything is just starting to really stand out. And of course, it will take a lot more time because I have a lot more layers to lay down. I went and grabbed my sunburst yellow and I'm gonna start adding a little bit more. I don't even know if I've used this color yet. You know what? I haven't used this color yet. Oh, look how beautiful. Okay, I'm only gonna put this color in certain spots because it is really bright. So yeah, this is the color that is going to make this color combination pop off the page. I'm not gonna put too much of this though because I'm a little bit unsure still at this point, and that's okay. So I wanted to show y'all a little something. I had made a mistake up here and I realized that this right here was actually part of her face and I colored it in as the color of her hair. So I just got my little eraser here and I went in and I erased that and it came right up. And I did the same thing over here where it should be her eye when I first started and it came right up. And so now I am going to come in here where I laid that sunburst yellow and I'm just going to use this to go over some of those areas just to lighten it up. Okay, so I feel like I want to come back and add a little bit more of the burnt ochre in some of these areas where the hair is darker or a little bit darker. I turned the camera off for just a little bit because I wanted to start filling in some of the strands of hair and it was making it much more difficult for me to focus and concentrate and sort of talk through everything at the same time. And I wanted you all to be able to see just by using the technique that I was using, how it's all starting to come together. And just by layering the darker colors with the lighter colors, you could see how it's actually starting to look like strands of hair just by following that grayscale and using it as a guide. And as I continue to lay more colors down and I layer them one on top of the other and sort of mix the colors together, it will look even more dramatic. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to set this to music for a little while so that y'all can just sort of see it just come to life before your eyes. And I'm gonna do that now. how beautiful her hair is. I love this color combination. I just absolutely love it. Now, I didn't use a lot of this sunburst yellow, so I'm going to come back now and I'm just going to add in a little pop of highlight in certain places on her hair. Let me go ahead and zoom you in. And I'm going to start at the top, and I'm just going to start adding a little bit of this in all of the highlighted areas. Now, I didn't think that it would look really good earlier, and I was sort of a little bit hesitant about it, but now that I have so many layers down on the paper, this color just blends right in, and it gives it that extra pop of color that I'm looking for, just to really accentuate that sand color. And so I'm just putting it in and around everywhere I laid the sand down, and in all these little stray hairs that she has falling across her face and such. I'm just going to add it in all of those areas. And you can see, if you watched the video all the way through, and the way that I was laying it down, I just continued to lay the colors down in layers. After I created the strands of hair, I laid them one over the other after the other, and I continue to come in and do the same thing. And as all of the colors come together, it just makes such a huge difference. Now, with this beautiful, vibrant hair, I'm really going to have to get creative with how I do the rest of her, because I want the hair to stand out, but I want some of the other parts of her, like her tattoos and such, I want those really to stand out. So I'm probably going to have to use this sunburst orange in some of her tattoos so that they blend in with what I have done with her hair. But look how beautiful this is. I don't know, when you complete something or start something and you see all of the colors just come together and you really love it yourself, that's a good sign, right? And I'm adding some of this sunburst yellow down here where the colors are a little bit more shadowed, and I used a lot of the more darker colors just to create a little bit more of an intense look. And by looking at this, you can see how it went from just looking like there were a bunch of lines with my Prismacolors laid down on the paper to the end where it just all came together and they were all burnished in, and they look a lot more like strands. And I'll probably need to come down here and add a little bit more of the darker colors, and I'm sure I'll go over it a little bit and fix some things that I see that I want to change a little bit, just so her hair pops a little bit more. And I'll probably do all that off camera because I'm sure this video got quite long, but this was awesome because I don't ever get to color, and this was one of the most relaxing videos that I have done in a very long time. If y'all want to see me do more videos like this, you really need to let me know. And if you want to see me go ahead and do her skin and really just work on this page on camera and make the whole thing a video, please let me know, because I've noticed a lot of times when I start a project and I move towards completing it, the views on my videos start to go down. So that sort of tells me that most of the people that are watching are not or no longer interested in seeing it. And so when I see that and I check my analytics on my YouTube channel, I try to do what everyone wants me to do and wants to see. And of course, things that I like to do as well. I sort of mix it up. But if nobody else wants to see me finish something that I started, then I'm not going to make a video and go out of my way and spend all of that time editing, because sometimes these videos, like the shop with me that I just did, that video from the beginning to the end, if you add in all of the shopping and then coming home and doing all of the editing and everything that I put into that video, I put, I think, 16 hours in total into that video. And that's a lot of time to put into a video that somebody doesn't want to watch. But I had a feeling that that video would be pretty popular, so I really wanted to do it. And I hadn't done that in a long time, and I like to do videos that I enjoy as well. So if you have any suggestions of videos, please do let me know in the comments below. I am going to end this one here, right where I'm at, because I feel like this video has already gone on so long, and I'm going to finish coloring the hair probably off camera. I'm going to wait till I can see some of the comments and see what y'all think and what you would like me to do. But I am going to start getting very busy because I've started putting together my private one-on-one coloring classes via Zoom, and I have lots of you signing up. I am so excited about that. I can't wait to get to know some of you better by seeing your faces on Zoom and putting the faces with the names and talking to y'all and sort of guiding you in a coloring class and helping you to find your own style and creativity. So these classes are going to be much different than a YouTube video, because when you're watching a YouTube video and you're watching a tutorial, you're sort of just copying. And my coloring classes are going to be geared towards helping you, or the private coloring classes are going to be geared towards helping you to bring out that creativity and find your own style rather than just copying something that you see. And we're just going to I'm going to watch you color a little bit, and we are going to talk it over and just sort of exchange ideas, and hopefully I will ignite that creativity in some of you. If you enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up. This beautiful artwork, as well as Mariola Budek's Etsy store, will be linked down in the description box below. Her work is so beautiful, and I hope all of you are able to grab yourself even just one page off of her Etsy site. So I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Happy coloring. Bye.